George Luther, and I'm here to talk to you today about preventative healthcare courses. We want to make sure that as our life becomes more sophisticated, as we become more urbanized, that we don't lose this very valuable facet of our national character, physical vitality, which is tied into qualities of character, which is tied into qualities of intellectual vigor and vitality. John F. Kennedy, February 21st, 1961. Now, never in my lifetime have I heard of America being a place that was healthy or a place that was fit. But in JFK's time, that was something that was considered a staple of American life. In 1961, almost 250,000 students took part in a program of health and fitness that was instilled by JFK. A little over a year later, well over half of those students retook a physical fitness test and passed it with flying colors. Only 6 states in the United States have classes that require them to take physical education every year. Let's talk about a little bit about what preventative health care is. Preventative health care is basically the idea that you take care of the heart God gave you, you don't replace it whenever it goes bad. It's the idea that you don't take a pill to try to be better, but you try to use your own body to pursue a better type of life. 28% of Americans are ages 6 and older are physically inactive. Now, 28% doesn't really mean a whole lot. That doesn't tell us a whole lot about the population. That is 80.2 million people that are inactive every single day. The prevalence of obesity for children between the ages of 6 and 11 in the early 1970s was 4%, just 4. As of 2007 and 2008, it was 20. That is a fifth of our population that is obese between the ages of 6 and 11. The medical care cost of obesity in 2008 dollars was $147 billion. Now, it's not hard to wrap your mind around where all our money's going. Adults with more education are more likely to meet the 2008 physical activity guideline for aerobic activity than adults with less education. I believe that if health is instilled in students at a young age, that they'll grow up to be healthy. My own mother was the fastest woman in Louisiana when she was in high school on the track team. My dad used to bike 16 miles a day. This instilled in me, I was not athletic growing up. I didn't care for sports, but this instilled in me at an early age how important health was. This taught me that health is an extremely vital part of life, and it's something that's become a staple in my own life and something that I use daily. You know, when a kid wants to learn how to drive, we have courses and classes that teach them to drive. Why? Because it's dangerous for someone to be on the road without having proper training. Just in the same way, when we're born, we're given our bodies, and we have to be responsible for those. And just like a vehicle, we can end up driving those right to the grave, and we might bring a few people along with us. It's important that as we raise our children, we teach them how important healthcare is and how important it is to try to be healthy, because we're not just passing it to them. This isn't just our responsibility. This is us passing it to them so they can pass it to their children. If you have any compassion for your grandchildren and your family, you want to see them healthy and you want to see them grow. I believe that these wise decisions will help people to grow later. I believe that instilling healthcare classes into the classroom will help a lot to teach children this, and children can in turn bring that home to their parents. I'm challenging us to meet at a local school board office to write up a petition and to try to get healthcare classes instilled in all 50 states in the United States. It's ridiculous that a country that in 1961 was considered the jewel of JFK's eye has now become so overrun with unhealthiness and obesity that we don't know what to do with it. Could you imagine a world where you don't have to worry about your heart as much? You don't have to worry about wasting money on blood pressure medicine. You can spend that money on other things like your family. I know that everybody's hurting from the economy, and I know that everybody could use every penny that they can honestly get their hands on. If we were all instilled at a young age how to be healthier, I believe that we could cut down both on the cost for our country and on the cost for our own lives. I believe it's our responsibility, and I hope that you'll join me in this fight to try to get this pushed through to our government. Thank you for your time today.